Hi folks, welcome back to Blackbeard's Detailing's YouTube channel. This is another little chapter in the Harley adventures. We're nearing the weather in which we can get out properly on the bikes. I'm really looking forward to it. But I've got a couple of little bits I'm just looking to get done just before I'll be out in it routinely. A bit of a nightmare, my back number plate came off on the bike whilst I was on the motorway, so that needed addressed. So went on to Boneyard Garage and ordered their rather heavy duty beefy back number plate bracket. Should add, not affiliated, I didn't get anything discounted, anything like that whatsoever. I paid for the stuff with my own money. So got myself a new number plate bracket. I seen this was on sale, a nice aluminium gear selector and a front splash guard, which I've been meaning to get. My friend Paul's bike has this one on. I think his is a gloss. However, I've went for the kind of rippled effect on it, and that just goes on there. Everything is absolutely rock solid. That feels so much more sturdier than the one which came off, funnily enough. Also to order a new number plate as well, so I got that made up. That has arrived, so I'll need to solder in a new LED number plate light as well to it, because that decided to vacate the bike too. So front splash guard seems pretty simple enough. It comes with all the supplied hardware, all that kind of stuff, and as I says, it feels really quite robust. The stuff feels pretty well made. It's also made in England, so it's good that we've got a UK company putting some good old Harley bits on. I've just realised I've left my tool kit over there, so I'll just kind of offer this up to it now, get a wee look at it and see how it looks when it's on. Can just put it on kind of finger tight. So yeah, nothing much else happening with the bike. Ordered a new pair of boots, just kind of DC winter boots, just for riding on the bike. They're not bike boots at all, but they do look pretty cosy, so we shall see how they are when I'm out on the bike. This does state it's for Sportster. It goes onto these kind of existing holes down at the bottom, and yep, it absolutely does line up, and that's threading in there nicely, and that one is also threading in there nicely. So I'll go and I'll grab the tools and I'll get these put in a bit, obviously, where they should be. Yeah, that fits perfectly. It's exactly where I wanted. It's just going to protect all that stuff in there from all the crap that's going to get flung up from the tyres. I shall join you in 2 ticks. Oh, so as you can see, I have zoomed the bike into, or the camera into the bike there, and we'll get these fastened on. It's Imperial sizes, obviously in keeping with the Harley, which is pretty much Imperial all round. And this is feeling a bit tight, mostly just given the fact there's been no holes in there, and it's got the threads might have a little doddle rust through them, but yeah, that's it going a lot easier now, and yeah, as expected, fitting perfectly. I'll just kind of put that up a little bit. I won't snug it too tight, and yeah, so you might get the first couple of turns quite difficult, but then after that it just goes through it nice and easy, and yeah, fits like an absolute dream. So that's my mate's 48 and my 72. That fits perfectly. So I'll put that through and just snug it up. It's really annoying, I don't have Imperial hex sockets yet. I'm just trying to source a set that aren't an absolute fortune, but yeah, that is rock solid. Yeah, I do like that. That's awesome. Anyway, we'll go on to the next one, which is the gear selector. Okay, and again, this one nice and simple. It's literally just one bolt, which is obviously going to be on mega tight. There we go. And of course the obligatory drop of the tool. And here we go. It's nice off relatively easily. And onto this, as you can see, it's beautifully machined. Super, super lightweight as well, and nice and shiny, which of course we all like. So it's even got to be Boneyard Garage and the kind of ends of it as well, which is a nice touch. I don't know how many times I'm going to drop this today. It doesn't bode well for messing about with a soldering iron. But yeah, that's nice and snug and spins beautifully. Yeah, that's awesome. A big improvement over the standard rubber one. Right, so next up is this lovely looking thing. As you can see, pretty cool looking, and yeah, much thicker than the metal that broke off it. Pretty much 2 times thicker. So yeah, sometimes it's certainly not best to get built. Even then, it still wasn't that cheap. It was still a pretty expensive bit that I'd bought. But come on, you! There we go. Just chap this off. There we go. That ain't going anywhere, as people like to say. And then, of course, the little circlip back in place. So yeah, that fitted in an absolute treat. Oh, come on, get in. Now this circlip now isn't fitting in because of obviously the depth that's been added out of that, which I kinda don't like. So yes, I am going to do that thing which I shouldn't really do because it's already taut. It's literally just needing a wee tiny bit over, a tiny bit more, and then that should get it in. And yeah, there we go, that's it. It was literally just a wee tiny bit. There we go. So yeah, next up, new LED. There we go. That is on solid, and now it's just a matter of getting this little wire thing soldered up. But yeah, glad the bike is back looking how it is. Means when the weather decides to be nice, it's sitting rearing and ready to go, and I don't need to be sat messing about and waiting for parts coming. I had as well ordered the stuff from Boneyard Garage on a Saturday afternoon, and it was with me on the Tuesday, so it was delivered Royal Mail, signed for, so really good quick service like that. It says my friend Paul's got one on, but he hasn't done a lot of miles on it, so again, only time will tell, but certainly from first impression looks of it, it looks pretty robust and absolutely cracking. So yeah, I'll go and dig out the soldering iron and get these little things joined together. Okay, so the final bit that's needing done is the cables, obviously soldered up. And there we go, that's that all melted all into itself, and that's all completely solid and one bit. And just to do the same again with the section at the bottom. Don't just push it into itself, or into each other even. A wee lip round at the end. Inside there, a nice soldered connection, and nothing's going to come loose. And what we're looking to do now is basically A, weather seal it, and B, also really lock that in place so it ain't going to go anywhere. One really cool thing about this little Dremel thing is you can angle it away from the bodywork because it's so small. I know there'll be other things, there'll be other kind of soldering irons that do this kind of stuff, but this is the wee one I've got and I think it's cool and funky. Yep, so that one's in, and what I'll do is I'll feed this one through from that side, and then I'll basically use the heat gun for there and then put that one down so there's like everything's all enveloped over itself, because obviously the water's going to be spraying up this bit should it get wet. And the last thing I want to do is have wee flickering lights and stuff like that, because they are mighty annoying. So we will basically make sure everything is nice and weather sealed. And yeah, oh voila, all done. So I am just going to get these cable tied back in place, and then that is this little job complete. Hopefully it's the only repair I'm going to need to do for the foreseeable, but yeah, it's always good fun to work on your bike, but it's always good fun when it's something that you want to do opposed to what you need to do. Granted, the front peg and the splash guard was stuff I was needing to do, and yeah, I'm kind of glad that I've replaced that other one with this, because it's much better. But I'll get all this tidied up. Thank you very much for watching, and if you like what I'm doing, please leave a wee comment, please subscribe, and aye, thank you very much. Cheerio, bye.